Single-player gamers are evergreen and loved by gamers all over. It doesn't matter how old the person is, what taste they may have, or what device they play on. There will always be a solo game to satisfy the hearts of gamers. Ranging from extensive worlds that deserve to be explored to epic stories that must be experienced, we have a list of exceptional single-player games that will capture your imagination. So, if you're on the hunt for new single-player games for PC and console, then you've come to the right place. In this list, we'll highlight the 20 best upcoming single-player games of 2022 and 2023. Okay, let's get into it. Also, sub to the channel if you're new around here. It will be really honor to us, and please help to achieve 100k subscribers. So, first of all, we talk about Where Winds Meet is an open-world action RPG that takes us to a fantasy version of China at the end of 10th century. Set in the 10 kingdoms where the entire dynasty is on the brink of crumbling, you take on the role of a swordsman who has grown up during war and conflict. Using skills from various martial arts schools, it's up to you to build your own combat style and survive.
You're just gonna leave me here in
Welcome to High on Life is an FPS mixed with comedy, Metroidvania mechanics, and most importantly, talking guns. In High on Life, you see you playing a human high schooler who's quickly transformed into a galactic bounty hunter, using living guns to take down aliens who have discovered that humans are the galaxy's greatest drug.
Oh yeah, that's one of my children! They die fast! Don't worry, it's easy to make more! Hey there! I'm knifey! Stab! Stab! Yes, more! I need more stabbing!
Well, now we talk to Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is the next highly anticipated game in PlayStation's critically acclaimed Marvel's Spider-Man franchise. Developed by Insomniac Games in collaboration with Marvel Games and PlayStation for PS5 console. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 wings to PS5 in 2023. Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will be a PS5 exclusive title with massively updated, realistic graphics and gameplay mechanics, taking the game above and beyond what players have already experienced with the first two titles in the series.
Will one of you finally give me what I desire?
There's a man in the facility.
Welcome to Atomic Heart, a closed-world action RPG. In the Soviet Union of the future, in 1955, science reigns supreme. The world is on the verge of greatest event. You are Agent Major P3 and you will have to find out what is really lying behind the utopian dream. This game used in gorgeous, hyper-realistic graphics in a retro-futuristic style created with the latest visual technologies. explore huge research facilities and test sites. Find out more about the employees and their ways of life and work. Uncover Soviet secrets, but know that death hides in every corner. Can you survive?
Now, shut up! Why the hell should I believe you all?
We've got 30 seconds. Let's go.
30 seconds to what?
And then it's total Biap his dad, son. That's what.
I know you.
Welcome to God of War Ragnarok is the highly anticipated and next-gen graphics, upcoming action-adventure game developed by Santa Monica Studio and will be published by Sony Interactive Entertainment. It is scheduled to be released worldwide on November 2022 for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. It will be the 9th installment in the God of War series, the 9th chronologically, and the sequel to 2018's God of War.
Every whim.
But you don't believe in any of it.
And still I follow. Because all that matters is that you are safe.
But that's not all that matters. Who's keeping you safe?
I do not need you to protect me.
You sure about that?
Pretender God! For the old father!
Death can have me when it earns me.
What do you even know of Godhood? In your lifetimes, has anyone ever worshipped you? Ever prayed to you? Can you even imagine that kind of love? No! You don't care about anything beyond.
So, we talk about Code to Jin Yong. Tennyson Games subsidiary Livespeed Studios has announced our first Unreal Engine 5 game is coming. Code to Jin Yong, a wuxia-style hyper-realistic interpretations open-world action game based on the series of martial arts novels by Jin Yong. The game will revive the classic stories with future generation technology and Jin Yong music. This is the first time that this genre is experienced. Lightspeed Studios uses the world's most advanced real-time 3D creation tool to achieve photorealistic and immersive experiences. Okay, next number is Hell Is Us is a third-person action-adventure game set in a semi-open world where the main character sets out to learn more about his past in a country ravaged by civil war. Armed with weapons especially forged to fight monsters, you must learn how to defeat them and use equipment wisely. Okay, let's talk about Final Fantasy XIV is the 16th main part of the bestseller series of Japanese RPGs published by Square Enix. Final Fantasy XIV brings players into a world where icons are powerful and deadly creatures that reside within Dominance, a single man or woman who is blessed with the ability to call upon their dreaded power.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred. For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Okay, let's get into Black Myth Wukong. Is an upcoming most highly anticipated action role-playing game by Chinese indie developer Game Science, based on the classic 16th century Chinese novel Journey to the West. Many were impressed of its gameplay and visuals with the power of Unreal Engine 5. The main feature of the Black Myth Wukong is fighting with a stick. This weapon has a wide range of functions. It allows not only to attack enemies, but also to block blows and bounce arrows.
Unforgivable curses are
Well,
so
now
many.
we talk to Hogwarts Legacy. Is an immersive, open-world action RPG set in the world first introduced in the Harry Potter books. Now you can take control of the action and be at the center of your own adventure in the wizarding world. Embark on a journey through familiar and new locations as you explore and discover fantastic beasts, customize your character and craft potions, master spellcasting, upgrade talents, and become the wizard you want to be.
What have the two of you done?
Okay, now we talk to Forspoken is an action-adventure game that takes players to a fantastic world full of strange powers and monsters. Forspoken follows the journey of Frey, a young New Yorker transported to the beautiful and cruel land of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. In search of a new home, Frey must use her newfound magical abilities to travel sprawling landscapes and battle monstrous creatures to survive in a dangerous world, combining supernatural elements with things typical for our reality.
Yeah, looks that way. Let's break some heads.
The rumors were true. One of the biggest surprises of 2022 was the announcement of Resident Evil 4 Remake is really happening. Capcom is continuing its hot streak of remaking classic Resident Evil games, and this next remake isn't just any game. It's one of the most beloved Capcom games of all time. So far, we haven't seen much. Just a short teaser showing off the game's new look. If we look to the remakes of the previous two games, Resident Evil 4 Remake could be a very different game when compared to the original.
You will receive our most sacred body. It begins now.
The best-selling action game from 2017, Senua Saga Hellblade 2, is the next entry in the psychological horror dark fantasy franchise from the developer Ninja Theory Studio under the wing of Microsoft. The players once again take on the role of Senua, a Celtic warrior known from the first part of the series.
Take me!
Okay, now we talk to Lies of P is a challenging action game with a unique lie system where what you do and say as the main character dynamically affects gameplay. The game's story is a unique, darker twist on the classic story of Pinocchio. In Lies of P, we take on the role of a mechanical puppet who, looking for Mr. Geppetto, travels across the dark city of Krat and faces the nightmares lurking there. Welcome to Witchfire is an upcoming dark fantasy first-person shooter game by the astronauts for Windows. The game is set to release in early access in late 2022. Armed with strange weapons and forbidden pagan magic, hunt a powerful witch holding the key to your salvation.
We can stick with the old one, fearing
S.T.A.L.K.E.R
change.
2 Heart of Chernobyl is a next-gen sequel to the award-winning PC game franchisee developed by GSC Game World, set to deliver a unique action experience of survival in the post-apocalyptic Chernobyl explosion zone featuring the elements of a first-person shooter, immersive sim and horror and benchmark-setting graphics powered by the Unreal Engine 5.
Evacuated. I remind our listeners that a similar incident happened in our region quite recently, ruining homes and livelihoods. However, city officials urge people to stay calm, assuring them the situation is totally under control.
A Plague Tale: Requiem is an upcoming action-adventure stealth video game developed by Asobo Studio and published by Focus Entertainment. It is the sequel to A Plague Tale: Innocence, 2019, and follows siblings Amicia and Hugo de Rune who must look for a cure to Hugo's blood disease in southern France while fleeing from soldiers of the Inquisition and hordes of rats that are spreading the Black Plague. The game is set to be released for Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and Series S in October 2022.
I don't know what's happening to me, Lucas. I feel my mind going.
I know. Think of your brother. We have to carry on.
Oh no. What have you done?
Well, now we talk to The Invincible is a first-person sci-fi thriller game based on the motifs of The Invincible, an iconic novel of the world known hard science fiction author and Polish futurologist Stanisław Lem. Waking up as a space scientist on a hostile planet, you embark on a mysterious mission to find the missing crew of your spaceship.
Are you alive?
Yes, it's fucked up the robot.
What's it doing now?
Oh no.
Well, let's talk about Scorn. It is an atmospheric first-person horror adventure game set in a nightmarish universe of odd forms and somber tapestry. It is designed around the idea of being thrown into the world. Isolated and lost inside this dreamlike world, you will explore different interconnected regions in a non-linear fashion. The unsettling environment is a character itself. Let's talk about Avatar. Frontiers of Pandora is a first-person action-adventure game developed by Massive Entertainment in collaboration with Lightstorm Entertainment and Disney that brings to life the alluring world of Pandora with all of its beauty and danger in an immersive, open-world experience based on James Cameron's Avatar film series.